disciplined, they were marching in rank, and so perhaps on that day, that was a foreshadowing of things to come.
4 SDS leaders were charged and arrested: Colin Nyberger, Howie Emmer, Rick Erickson, and Jeff Powell. The administration expelled all 4 to silence any further demonstrations on campus.
They handed us all injunctions, and these injunctions forbade us from ever setting foot on Kent State's property again.
We weren't going to give up so easily.
They did have to follow due process in expelling.
Collins came up first.
So they didn't want any students to be able to see that hearing.
We said that we needed to be witnesses.
Police officers picked us up across the street from the campus and took us to this hidden hearing in the Music and Speech building. We said, we're not getting in the car until you tell us where we're going.
And when they told us, the people who were with us heard also where it was, and they ran to the rally that was organized on campus.
When the Kent administration decided to close those hearings, Kent SDS response was open it up or shut it down.
If you can't win directly, how do you finesse this? You have to script the defeat for maximum impact.
SDS refused to go quietly, demanding an open, transparent hearing for the Kent 4.
My mother called me in my dormitory room and said she was really concerned that Alan might be involved in that. And I didn't know how to tell her that I wanted to go too. I wanted to be involved too, so I thought, well, this is the way I'll cover myself. You know, if I get in trouble, I'll say, well, I just went to make sure Alan wasn't getting in any trouble.
I believe all 4 of us went into the bathroom on the floor where we were, and we saw the marchers coming towards the Music and Speech building. And we leaned out of the window and we started yelling, "Here we are, here we are."
There were jocks, frat boys, people outside the building that were actually fighting and harassing us.
I knew a number of the guys in the counter demonstration. I had actually played football with some of them during my freshman year.
I'm right in the front ranks, and I saw a fist come over my shoulder, and a guy got smashed right in the face, one of the fraternity guys.
They had been accustomed to having their way with the anti-war protesters for years on the campus. And this was the first time that people had ever stood up to them, and they were shook.
We charged into them a number of times, but it had little effect on the crowd. And then somebody said there was a side door open.
A group of students had gone around to the side of the building, led by Jim Powery, and went up the stairs.
Along the way, there was a locked door.
Jim Powery and some of the other big guys from SDS dismantled a coat rack that was made out of these steel pipes. They were prying and they were bending the doors.
In the end, the door came open.
By the time we got there, I believe the police were already there.
The police sealed off both hallways to the 3rd floor.
And we were all trapped there.
Within a very short time, we saw, pictures of the building on television. 300 students have seized a building at Kent State, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I've seized a building.
Being caught in Music and Speech was very fun because there was all this mix. There was music going on, there was chanting going on.
Some of the students were writing anti-war slogans on the blackboards.
And I remember Howie walking by and just kind of bopping to the beat. And I can still remember how I felt when he walked past me and saw me up there and just put his arm around me and just hugged me, and it was almost, for me, it was welcome to the movement. I was about to be baptized. And just when I'd resigned myself to the fact that I was about to be arrested at my first real political action, the elevator doors in the middle of the hallway just opened up.
University professors, Ken Calkins and Carl Moore, had been able to get keys to this elevator.
He was like, shh, and he had this elevator key in his hand.
The professor said, anybody who wants to get out of here, follow us.
Along with about another 10 or 15 other students, we got in the elevator, the doors closed.
He was saying, as soon as we get down to the loading dock, just run as fast as you can. Don't look back, don't tell anybody what we're doing. And we just felt so free.
The air was fresh, it was a nice spring evening.
The police officers recognized that the crowd was thinning.
I wasn't going to leave anybody holding the bag. I mean, we were in it for the long haul. It was our life. We stayed together, we sang, and we waited for the police to make the next move.
The Kent SDS was gone. Its charter was revoked, and its leaders faced serious charges.
You can see what the young kids are doing to themselves. I'd speak of the SDS members, And to me, they're just destroying their lives before they're even getting started. They don't seem to understand the consequences of what they're doing.
Many leaders would see extended stays at the Portage County Jail and other institutions. For the crime of breaking a chain, Jim Powery would be sent to the Mansfield State Prison and transferred to the Lima State Hospital for the criminally insane.